Greetings everyone, it is Shadow Leon once again, and today I'd like to talk about easily what's one of the greatest kaiju movies put to film ever. And that movie I'm talking about today is none other than Gamera Guardian of the Universe. So, it came at a time in where, shortly after the god-awful Gamera super monster pretty much killed the franchise, Gamera came back with a huge bang and whatnot. And this is the start of a trilogy and everything. So I'm gonna tell you why Gamera Guardian of the Universe is such a great movie. So you ask, what is the plot for this movie? So the plot for this movie is an ornithologist investigates a report of a monstrous new species of bird as a teenage girl is gifted with an amulet found on a mysterious atoll. As the creature soon begins to attack, an ancient guardian with the bond to the girl emerges, and thus a battle commences between our two monsters. So basically, Gamera Guardian of the Universe is basically what happens when you get an old IP, reboot it, make it darker and edgier, and actually make it good. You practically get this movie in a nutshell, and that's exactly what Gamera Guardian of the Universe is. And unlike, the stereotype that many people have been mislabeling kaiju movies as, and where, the human characters are, boring, one-dimensional, or just outright idiotic. This movie actually subverts that trope and whatnot. The human drama between the characters is actually pretty good for what it is and whatnot. You actually feel sorry for them and all the bad things that are happening and whatnot. I'm so glad that the little girl wasn't an annoying little prick who wouldn't shut the hell up and was actually pretty useful to the plot. And oh, here's a fun fact, the little girl in this movie is played by none other than Steven Seagal's daughter and whatnot. So anyway, that's all for the human drama and whatnot. So, how do I describe what else is also there to like about this film? I can also say that the direction from Susuke Kaneko is solid for what it is, especially when it comes to the wide shots and camera angles. Cole Otani's musical score gives me Alan Silvestri vibes, because whenever I hear the score, it pretty much gives me something I'd hear from Alan Silvestri. Junichi's cinematography is actually gorgeous, and the practical effects work, miniatures, and monster costumes are well designed and whatnot. I also did love the action set pieces that were also there in the movie, especially the final fight between Gamera and Gauss. Because, the movie does give me plenty of disaster movie vibes and whatnot, because it's essentially feeling like what happens when you're watching a giant monster movie and an old school 1970s disaster movie and whatnot. And I will say this with a straight face, Gamera is an awesome monster for what he is and whatnot. It's really funny that from what little I've seen of the Showa era, Gamera was not exactly the greatest monster out there and felt like a poor man's Godzilla. But I'm so glad that they reimagined him as his own and whatnot. And he stands out as a monster by himself. And then we have his rival being Gauss. Gauss is a pretty menacing monster and whatnot, especially when his babies go around terrorizing Japan and whatnot, killing dozens upon hundreds of innocent people. And that whole destruction of Tokyo Tower is great symbolism and whatnot. I really love how this movie shows that unlike other monster movies, it's taken a toll on Japan's economy and whatnot, something that never really gets brought up in any monster movie and whatnot. Like I said, even though I've never been a fan of the Kaiju movie genre, this movie actually sticks out to me and whatnot, and everything. And I'm so glad that this is how you bring the franchise back to life. I will eventually review the sequels in the near future, and Gamera, Guardian of the Universe, is pretty great for what it is. So anyway, that's Gamera, Guardian of the Universe for you. And if you're wondering how I'm going to rate Gamera, Guardian of the Universe, I'm going to give Gamera, Guardian of the Universe an 8 out of 10. So that was my review for Gamera, Guardian of the Universe. What do you guys and Gamera fans out there think of my review? Let me know in the comments below, and thanks for watching as always. Don't forget to subscribe to view more content. Shadow Leon 659 signing out.